Do you know what Alberta's energy source is, where it came from, and what it really is? What are the pros and cons of using this kind of energy? What alternatives are there?
Our main energy source originated from ancient sunlight.
Back in prehistoric times, plants used sunlight via photosynthesis. Plants were then consumed by many organisms, passed down the food chain, decomposed, and compressed over billions of years, and become fossilized energy known to be Earth's main energy source: oil, coal, and gas. Unfortunately, society's dependence on these non-renewable resources pollute the environment and burn. There are way too many people using these resources than is necessary. Human society, in retrospect, have been consuming more and more of Earth as time progresses. At such a rate, one day we will have consequently destroyed our environment so bad that humans could no longer be able to sustain their way of life on Earth, not only jeopardizing their own welfare, but the welfare of other organisms cohabitating on this Earth. Now, how fair is that? Over time, is it possible for us to create a sustainable environment? What things could we do in our everyday life to prevent the destruction of our very own welfare? Why would people want to destroy the very thing that allows us to be alive? Earth is the only planet in our entire galaxy where life is even possible. If it's destroyed, where would we go? Humans relentlessly overconsume the planet by burning oil, coal, and gas. This consequently breaks down the Earth's protective atmosphere that keeps temperature, air, and water in homeostasis. How is it that society has become so dependent on fossilized energy that alters the health of our planet? There is proof that our choices of using oil, coal, and gas have interrupted homeostasis on Earth. Have you noticed in the past decade there have been killer heat waves, extreme weather conditions, temper tantrum storms, floods, rising sea levels, and plants and animals going extinct? Mother Nature is obviously very mad at us, and we need to change what we're doing.
And whatever pain may come, today this ends. I'm forgiving what I've done. I'll face myself to cross out what I've become.
So my biggest concern is, what can we do about it? Well, we could start by understanding how we currently use energy. According to the Canadian Encyclopedia, Canada contains nearly 4% of the world's coal resources. Canada has at least 80 billion tons of exploitable coal for today's use. These reserves are equal to approximately 100 years of supply at the current production rate. So what would happen if we ran out? Today's society really should think about strategies that could be implemented by society in order to meet the world's energy requirements while minimizing the effects on the environment. But first we should examine how exactly coal-generated power plants produce electricity. A machine called a pulverizer first grinds coal into a fine powder. The coal powder is then mixed with hot air, which helps the coal to burn more efficiently, and the mixture then moves to the furnace. The burning coal heats water in a boiler to create steam. The steam is released from the boiler to power an engine called a turbine, transforming thermal energy into mechanical energy by spinning the turbine blades. The spinning turbine then is converted from mechanical energy into electrical energy inside of a generator. This happens when magnets inside of a copper coil in the generator spins. A condenser finally cools the steam that had traveled through the turbine. As the steam is condensed, it travels back to the boiler as water to go through the cycle again. Now that we understand how coal-generated power plants work, we can now examine other possible green alternatives. Solar panels use photons from the sun to create electricity. It harnesses electricity in a glass casing with a conductive coating which has a positive and negative layer made with tin dioxide. Energy in the form of these photons are then absorbed in the coating. It then travels to the middle layer of the panel. Here the photons strike the titanium dioxide layer, causing an excited reaction which releases electrons from the titanium dioxide. These electrons then exit the conductive middle layer to be used. Once used, it then travels to a catalyst layer, which is an electrolyte made up of triiodide molecules. This process generates electrical current from the sun.
Of uncertainty, so let
Here's some food for thought. We could build solar panels into streetlights. That way during the daytime it can absorb a lot of energy and charge up for the use at night. It may be costly to build, but the rewards are more. We would use less coal-generated electricity and save the environment. People can convert to using hybrid cars that have solar panels so it recharges itself instead of being plugged in. It would also cut the cost of electricity. Malls could use more sunroofs instead of using so many fluorescent lights. Natural lights look better because they're natural. Thanks for watching, everyone. Yours truly, Angel Shello, the Science 30 environmentalist.